Hey drummers, how's it going? It's Alex once again, bringing you some more fun-free drumming ideas. For this week, we're going to celebrate the perks of sort of being, self-isolated or put into quarantine, because it gives us a chance to practice gratuitous drum fills like we're going to look at today. This particular fill is 32 notes long, concentrates a lot on sort of like double stroke stickings with both the hands and the foot. We've got these little groups of 6 in there, a few groups of 4, and we're going to sort of like try and use pretty much every part of the drum kit, apart from some of the crashes, but we'll pop a crash at the end so it sounds good. So if you like what you saw in the intro and you want to get this bad boy a crack, stick around and we'll break it down. Here we go. All right, so let's break this down into 2 halves. We'll look at, first of all, measure 1, which is kind of its own sticking pattern, then we'll do the same for measure 2. And you can use each of these on their own as their own sort of like single measure drum fill, but they sound great when you put them together. And of course, once you've learnt my particular orchestration, just experiment by moving it around yourself. Just remember the sticking pattern. All right, so the first thing we've got is we're going to kick things off with a little group of 6, which is going to be right, left, kick, kick. And we're going to move that around the kit. We're going to go snare with the right hand, high tom with the left, floor, right, left. And then 2 kicks. And obviously we're going to play those all equally distanced apart. So we've got those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're counting conventionally 1E and 2E. We're then going to follow that up with another group of 6, but this time it's going to be in a more 6-stroke roll sticking. So it's going to be right, left, right, left. Okay, so we're starting on the floor tom, playing both the doubles on the snare, and then the left hand's going to go up and finish it up on the high tom. So it'll be right, left, right, left. I'm accenting the toms. We're then going to follow that up with a group of 4, which will give us our first 16 notes. And that last group of 4 is going to be a big crack on the snare, right, left, kick, which is a pattern I've used in many drum fills before. So if we put it all together, measure 1 is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, coming off the floor tom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's put that sort of, let's make it flow. Sounds nice. 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and 1. Let's make it flow. Okay, of course, if you're going back into a groove, you can get that double kick. And if we were to extend it along into the second measure, we won't be doing that double kick. We're going to go to the floor tom. So it might be worth practicing doing this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And that one is going to be the start of the second measure. All right, so moving on to measure 2 and starting off with that floor tom on the right, we've got right, left, kick. So we've got this right, left kick, which is that lovely little pattern. Then we're going to follow that up with kick, right, left, kick. Now, when we do the kick, right, left, kick, everything's loud and proud. So it's going to be kick, right, left, kick. All right, so the first 8 notes. 1, E, and, 2, E, and, Right, we're then going to follow that up with the same sticking, but obviously with different voicing. So the next group, we've got that right, left kick again for beat 3, which we're going to play off the snare, and then we're going to play our kick, right, left kick on the floor tom. So kick, right, left kick, and then we need to do another kick with the crash to get beat 1 of our groove. So if we play that all together, we've got 1, E, and, 2, E, and, 3, E, and, 4, E, and, bang. Let's play that a bit faster. And again, you could use this as like a 1 measure fill as well. So. Cool. And it doesn't veer too far from the pocket, so it sort of keeps it will keep the bass player and the guitarist in line. If you know what I mean. So one more time. So now we've explored measure 1 and measure 2. Like I said, move some of these ideas around the kit, so the sticking will be popping up. If you wanted to, obviously you can just practice like each little idea just on the snare drum. So measure 1 would be right, left, kick, kick, right, left, right, left, kick. And then measure 2 would be right, left, kick, kick, right, left, kick, right, left, want to say a very quick thank you to Mr. Orlando Drummer, who gave me the ideas for some of these sticking patterns. So, cheers, dude. All right. Okay, so all we've got to do now is we've got to put everything together. If we stick with the same like orchestrations and voicing patterns that we had before, we'll get measure 1. Measure 2. To finish. Let's flow, but without me saying anything this time. Tiny bit faster. There's a lot of kicks in there, and there's a lot of doubles on the left, so if that's in any way like a weak point, this is a really good excuse to start working on those to try and get your foot up to scratch and get your left hand sort of doubling nice and smoothly. So one more time. Let's chuck it into a groove. We're going to play two bars of groove. We'll keep it nice and simple. There's 1 bar, 2 bars. Bars, right left, kick, kick, right left, 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 kick, right left, kick, right left, kick, right left, kick, right left, kick, right. Sometimes I amaze even myself and I can talk and play at the same time because I struggle with it normally. So that is the feel. Of course, what we can do is we start speeding up a tiny bit. So I'm going to pop up there. I'll play it nice and slow. What I'll do is I'll generally play 2 bars of groove, and then obviously because the fill's 2 measures long, I'll then sort of like finish up with that, and then we'll just repeat that little sequence over and over again. If you want to sort of like reduce the time in between each loop, just play 1 bar of groove, get straight into the pattern. Of course, what you're trying to do is just internalize the sticking pattern, and in this case, the voicing as well. But then once you've got that down, just start mixing up a tiny bit. So let's pop up there. Slow, medium, fast, done. All right, here we go. Nice and slow. Speed things up just a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, drummers, there it is. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, you can always head over to alexribchesterdrums.com if you want to get double the content. So for like £50 a year or for £5 a month, you'll get a continuous stream of additional lessons that you won't get on YouTube. Last week, we looked at the cool little sissy strut groove and tried to emulate the way that sort of Zigaboo plays with this sort of more open-handed style, using the right hand to hit the snare drum while the left hand hits the hi-hat. That was really fun. We've also done some work with a double kick, which again hasn't come up on YouTube. And then there are the sort of like quick start guide part 2, which have then sort of like, developed and built up. So if you're a beginner, it's a great source of lessons just to go through all the basics and fundamentals of playing drums. And of course, if you're a bit more sort of like intermediate to advanced, I've got loads of stuff there for you with some like odd time groupings and some sort of more advanced drum fills and some cool little exercises to sort of like you know, boost your independence and stuff like that. So once again, thank you very much for watching. I'm going to leave you this little clip from last week's exclusive sponsor lesson, and hopefully that'll entice you to come over and check out what we've got going on the website. But until then, take care, keep drumming, and I'll see you very soon for some more fun-free drumming ideas. All right, see you later. Bye.